things. Alright, thank you for joining us. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension, brought to you by Absolute Insanity. So, give a slight update of the virus. See how it's a pandemic, or according to, I don't know, I don't pay attention to the media that much, but I don't think it's a pandemic. In certain areas in Italy, there's going to be certain areas that are going to be hit. People are fearing that this is going to take over the whole planet. Not likely. There are going to be some areas that are going to be kind of scary. Italy's one of them, but I think Italy's just being precautious. That's all. But like New York City, I think that's going to be. I think they're getting this pretty much quarantined for the most part. It's just people's fears and all of that, and then the world's coming. That's not helping anything. It is good to be more careful, but the mind can take you to all kinds of places, of course. The end of the world and whatever might be going to shut down America, or what is that nonsense? It's funny how some people are absolutely scared of this thing, live in places where this will most likely not even affect. But they're terrified this whole state's going to get shut down and all that, so not likely. So, and that's where some of their true colors is being shown, if you want to see them or not. So, yeah, I don't see there's. I mean, it's worth being cautious about, but it's not. Live your life, and yeah, but flying and everything. It'd probably be a good idea to be careful of that, but life goes on. So, oh yeah. So this happened Friday, if I remember, of Pleiadian connections. It came in pretty quickly, then left. But they're not really saying anything right now. It's funny, L3 would say something, but Pleiadians are pretty quiet right now. I want to know what kind of group this is. It's a different type of Pleiadian group. Same as L3, it's a different type. They'll have their little niche groups for contact. This group, Pleiadian, they're not giving me a whole lot on it, but I felt like that they were slowly preparing for contact, even through a channeled energy, to go into more details, but I'm not sure if they're going to even do that, but we'll see. L3 is a bit more open, these guys, we'll see. For personal contact, timelines are opening up slowly, midsummer. But this month is also an activation month. So having the virus around is a cause of distraction. There's much more going on, of course, behind the scenes. The unbelievable can occur. The thing about alien connections, what's the image I'm getting? I realize all these beings are from fourth dimension, right, or fifth dimension, or wherever. And they might seem godlike in some, depending on their presence. Not that they're trying to appear like that. It's just they don't have all the problems that we do. So they just appear more pure. They're just not going through the hell that we go through on a daily basis. So they're having a better day than most of us. Let's put it that way. So we are the warriors, the warrior race. They know. Let's see this Pleiadians right now. They know how we react to certain things. They can cure the disease. They're not going to. They can, but humans have to go through what they have to go through. There will be a time when humans can access the Pleiadian energies of curing diseases, and some of that's happening today, but not so much, because there's a lot of lessons to be learned. Humanity's not an evolution of healing itself just yet. So they brought this disease on society, to know more about yourselves. And what was it, Friday, Thursday, Saturday. Connected to Stalin, and just a little bit on that, because maybe some of that's a little bit people don't want to hear that, but some do. Many that are connected to the New Earth probably don't want to hear it, but that's tough. Uh, but yeah, the short version of it, of which is like a Pleiadian world where everybody's combing their hair and eating bonbons all day. I'm just not talking about them, but just for example. And then suppression comes in, takes away your bonbon, takes away your comb. You have to pop by your comb, your mirror's broken. All of a sudden you don't smell so well. But you also, so now you're like, you gotta go to work for your, feed yourself. But in that, you discover new talents about yourself. Start becoming an artist, start singing your blues, and artistic side comes through. For one example, the creation side. So, or you become better at certain things. Remember when you have life is always easy. There's not, you're talented, but when you get challenged, new things come about, as it is here. Some people say, I went through hell, but I know a lot more now than I ever did before. So, of course, it's hard to realize that. And sometimes the worst, obviously, the worst challenge is like, what the hell am I learning here? Those are the worst. It's like, I'm going through hell, finances suck, I'm not exactly the best of health, nothing's going my way. Not really. What the hell am I learning? And that's the yeah. How much, it's a case by case on that. Like, sometimes you ask, why am I going through this? Like, why? It's like, you might not always get an answer. And it's not always karma either. Yeah, that's a trick. That's not a trickster answer, but that's a tricky answer. I don't know if they're going to answer that. Obviously, some alien beings will sugarcoat a lot of things. Going through stuff that it's like there's a reason, but it's not always going to be revealed over time. Like, it'll reveal it eventually. Most likely. It all depends on it's case by case. Not everybody goes through the same stuff. But I realize I've been through it too. Like, I'm going through this shit. It's like, what the hell am I getting out of this? Even now, I kind of think that. So, yeah, it's not always going to be clear for various reasons. I don't know if they're going to. That's the thing. You get an alien perspective on that. Just like, you might always get the best answer from an energy, even from spirit, because they don't know what the hell they're doing sometimes. I guess higher self. Sometimes it all depends. I would say there's also like time periods when things aren't going to be, when you're going through a lot that makes zero sense. It's kind of like a hidden timeline. It's like it's not supposed to. Even your guides, there are guides that do know, but aren't allowed to tell you, because it's something that you have to learn deep. It's like you're going really deep into yourself, and it's so deep it's painful, and you can't. Even if they told you what it was, you probably wouldn't believe it anyway, or it wouldn't do any good. It wouldn't matter. It's like they might have already told you, but it was just so significant, you didn't really catch it. So, yeah, there's just deep difficulties that are not always like a death in the family, a family member, a child's death, which is gonna be one of the worst things ever. Answers aren't always the clearest. Well, yeah, it's also getting over trauma, healing from trauma, relying more on yourself or on your own. A lot of it is upgrading your instincts, your abilities, through traumatic situations. getting to know yourself more, which not exactly people want to hear sometimes. So it's like you might hear it, but it's like, so all right, we'll see where we can get. And also, yeah, Zeta upgrades. Those are gradual. So during the ascension process, of course, not everybody is in love with the Greys. That's fine. Of course, there's Lyrian and other beings, of course, but the Zetas who play a role in DNA upgrade. Realize also, yeah, that we're not always meant to. It doesn't matter. We're connected to all kinds of stuff. It's not always going to be the clearest here. Okay. Where are we going here? Okay. Alright, this is Iran. Something like that. So it's like a portal energy. I think I showed this before. Of course, I have the mosque. Portal vibrations. Of course, there are higher dimensional energies. Iran's getting hit with this virus. Yeah, I would say it's like a government attack, you know, from other governments. Poor Iran just taking a beating. But there's so much here that is hidden that will eventually reveal itself. But not just yet. So a lot of the suppression is it will end eventually, but more is going to become known. It's just gotta give it time. And Griffin energies there. And Griffin is, I think it was a pretty rare. So just having their presence there is pretty much a big deal. So you can say Iran's an energy of unknown species, of alien. So hidden alien beings. Okay, we're gonna jump around a little bit. So this is the central bank in Brazil. Archon energies. Of course, there's others, but it's definitely an Archon building. It's kind of bizarre looking. Yeah, anything that looks like, yeah, what's layered like that is. Yeah, it's there to control. Obviously, Brazil goes through quite a bit of economic turmoil that we don't hear about. There's too many people there. It's not just. It's a little bit of everything. So it's something to connect to, possibly. Also, this one's a little bit. I believe also Archon energies. I believe there's another building out there, but. This is the National Congress. I'm not sure exactly what they. Just a government building, but either way, just having the two towers like that have significant reason. You know, even with the rainfall there, they'll have significant purpose there. But they're not really. Well, we'll bring somebody in. I'm not sure if they're going to go into details on that, but we'll see. Let's see what we get. There's a new dollars on tar.com for private sessions. Scheduler, we're on a channel. Google Hangout, Zoom channel on my phone. Shop here. I forget what I'm at right. I can't think of it, but it's a little bit over 10 days. Same situations here. Other channels and heroes I do recommend. Social network and awesomeness. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. Obviously, alien contact. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing huge is going to happen anytime soon. As for the Pleiadian energies, I try to get some name out of them eventually. They're kind of quiet at this time. Yeah, they're really quiet. So I'm not sure if they're going to come through. Most likely they will, but I can't guarantee anything. They're not saying it. I guess I'm being blocked for certain information, of course. Something to do with our governments. Of course, FBI energies is I guess interesting. I guess I don't know if. Of course, I don't follow stuff that closely. I guess FBI energies. I guess they cover UFO stuff here and there. I guess they're going to be looking at it too a bit more detailed as it gets more popular. That makes sense. Other government, I mean, even publicly, possibly. Well, not publicly, but There is this. I think there's. I don't know if there's even a connection. There's something there, but either way, they're gonna have to take this stuff more seriously. As more people start to channel and just take it, just more, you know, just notice something here is not something's going on here. If most people aren't ready for it, doesn't matter. Um, and in this situation with the disease and everything, it's waking some people up, maybe, or shutting them down because they like the fear, they like the excitement of being in containment and all that. Some of the preppers enjoy that because they have to give a reason for the prepping. There's nothing wrong with prepping though, but you know, whatever. So, okay, all right, blessings. Can't guarantee where this is gonna go, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Greetings, we are the Pleiadians. The chakra points are being healed. The presence, our presence, isn't going to be the clearest at this time. Your alien connections, yes, you will see us in the skies. As for physical connections, we are assisting timelines to connect to yours. We can't make ourselves known too much, but yes, government energies are well aware of our presence. As some of us don't trust us because we can shut down a lot of their operations without really trying. And we've had done that in the past. Some of the missiles that you've seen shot have been diffused. Some of it's Arcturian, but some of it's Pleiadian. As we have seen this scenario before on other worlds. And we have played nice, but your world is very much the same. And you will eventually understand how other planets operate as yours is. Now, your disclosure will most likely not come through your government entities. They do not want you to know. They don't want to call us panic. But they don't, you can do it, fictionalize it, but, through fiction materials, it is another way to put the information out of our presence, but most likely will happen more individually, as what you see, yes, in your close encounters, but with more Nordic type of people, tall white beings, in your near future, but not so dramatic. Yeah, we're going to try and stay from the drama, the theater of it all. But we are watching. Not watching everything that you do, but we do watch consciousness. How humans react. We have to be ahead of how you operate here. Our presence, yes, is getting stronger, but our places that you feel like a lighter energy, you feel like there's just no negative, like a park is a good place. Even at home can be a good place. Most likely our vibrations are there. Even the Syrians are very similar to us in that many Syrians do not want war. As we've all seen it, your world is no different. It is tried to destroy itself. This virus is being manipulated to control your society. And some like to be controlled through fear. Many of you are healing that. That's why you're here. You wonder why many of you incarnate here, is to heal the fear and the traumas of the past that many have been through. Many souls here are lost. And so fear and even sexual ventures is a way for them to find themselves. And some of them incarnate through darkness is because they've been through darkness. Some of them have been captured in darkness, lied to and pulled into that reality, and they don't know how to get out of it. So they go through alcoholism, drugs, etc., and they're learning how to rely more on themselves, but it's not so easy. So they rely on a drug or alcoholism at a high extent. They let substances control them. The low vibrational world control them. So you are going more independent without that. And being the underdog, staying out of all the systems of mental control. Your life might feel dull, but you probably feel more like you are being you. Some of you are loners to stay out of the system of mental manipulation. It's lonely, but it's the alternative might not be all that satisfying. Many of you are, yes, disconnected from society. Realize there's much more, and you want to see what's here, but you can't see it with all the noise of the background, even the noise of a relationship. Some of you are just, or if you have a relationship that works with you, that's fine. Some of you don't need it. You want to focus on healing the earth, healing yourself, ending the war, the unseen war that many of you know. A simple conversation could be an unseen war. Disinformation is an unseen war. It is all around you, as you know. So finding your individual self is the hardest thing. Zeta upgrades. There are many other beings involved with that, of course. A lot of the alien beings work with the Zetas, and the Zetas are the ones that bring in the upgrade. But we still assist with it. Even Anunnaki's involved. And of course, there's a lot of other beings that don't want to make themselves known just yet. Some of them want to make themselves known because, in due time, it's your choice. What matters now is your own idea system of knowing who you are here. It's not pressing to know, but you're here to figure yourself out at your own pace. Now remember, there's like 3 or 4 versions of you that you're going to. It's like you're not just here, you're many things. You're here to discover those things. And you're here to heal old timelines. So don't go in a cycle of returning to Earth like this. Many of you are here to. Many of you are like spiritual teachers in the medical field. And as you in combat zones, as some of you feel that, you might not see the combat as you normally would in a war zone, but some of you are in low vibrational zones for a reason. It's like, yes, how can I can't seem to get a way out of here because it needs you more than ever. It asks you to be there. Some of you are bringing Atlantean energies to those places, unlocking a lot of codex energies to places that have been shut down for a very long time. And some of you do live near military bases. You're healing those places. You don't need to know about it on this level. But many of you actually go to military base to connect to the aliens in astral. To heal. Some of those are safe zones. Even in astral. So you can have a diplomatic discussion there. You'll have your government officials show up in astral. So when you have a government being like Trump or somebody that shows up in your dreams, most likely you're at a an Air Force base, a military base in astral. Yeah, they take their entourages everywhere they go. But you are an alien essence there. You can be an angelic essence, too. But maybe you are an alien essence. to bring diplomatic energies to heal. This is why some of you don't remember your dreams. You know something's going on. You're here to change this earth. Some of you are playing a big role here and have no idea. And it's just as well. It's like, it's like life might be boring, but you know that you're living an unconventional life. But you know it all serves a purpose. It might not make any sense in the physical, but it doesn't, keep your mind clear. Hardest thing ever. You want to live a normal life, relationship, have the job, go to the nightclubs. Some of you disconnect from that for various reasons. Because that's your mission here, is to unlock the earth. Now you might have times of that, of normalcy. But some of you feel like, this isn't working out for me so well. You're here to bring major new timelines here. And it is alien related. You're getting used to our energies more than you might realize. It might not make itself that clear, but you know in the back of your mind that this is what you're here to bring us closer to your earth. In a way that is non-judgmental, is peace. And most of your society will not believe this because they're part of the normal realities, as you know. There's nothing wrong with having a party. If you're in a vibration that actually raises your vibration, that's different. But not everybody has that. You have a relationship that actually upgrades you, then that's excellent. Not everybody has that either. That's why some of you just go into a wonder energy and just disconnect from everything. So you can think clearly. If you have somebody that can elevate you, you're on the same, as you call it, the same page. It's different. That's rare too. And it's not always necessary. But if you can find it, then please, that is where you want to grow. But there's nothing wrong with being independent and growing. There's a lot of layers to understand. You're here to upgrade this earth. Not alone, but you are part of the piece of the major puzzle. Yes, we realize it's not fast as one would like to. Many are preoccupied with this virus as bringing a lot of energies about one's person, one's self out, one's fears. Actually, be surprised. The more that some people are preppers that get very fearful of this, and to find out they need to be like that, it does calm them down. It's like, just be, not overreact so much. Because many are overreacting right now. This is the end, this is this and that. Even those in Italy know it's not the end. Obviously they're not too happy with what's going on there. But Italy is a sacred place. Iran is a sacred place. Those are places where your world is seated. There are many, but there's some main places where the human was being populated, invented, the pieces of your human put together. Iran definitely. Italy was where civilizations were built. So it is cleansing itself. Time to know more about itself. And it's getting more attention that it does need. What else is going on there? So, Italy is good. Yeah, if you give attention to that, see what you feel astrally there. So, we'll be in touch. Let's see.